Hey, salute to the real worldwide, man. You already know what it is. It's your boy Tilla Jones, the kingpin of New England. I'm through mingling.
Man, shout out to the real worldwide, man, the whole staff.
Axe Funk Flex, I'm incredible, I'm telling you. Rap optician, let's make a spectacle. Y'all want to see this crack, your peers pressured you.
So back, Mickey. So back in the day, I'm pretty sure you used to battle. I think like you went against like when as like Renegade. Were you battling any of like the known people that we like know now, like any of the past legends, or was it mostly people that I don't know, like poster boy type people that were lit back then, but that most people might not have heard of in today's culture?
Okay, so the battle that they posted in the chat, CR versus Mickey Factz. CR was John the Don's mentor. He was like the best in Yonkers at the time, and I cooked him. That was a guy that I cooked.
Shout out to Yonkers. Go ahead.
Me and Shells battled on 42nd Street. I got Shells out of here. If you guys remember Foul Mouth,
I know Shells.
You probably won't remember Foul Mouth. Foul Mouth was a Houston MC that went very far in the Blaze battles, same as Rob G. I beat both of those guys. I used to have it on tape, and I gave it to Chris Unbiased so he could put it in my Unbiased Untold Truth, and he lost my my battle DVD, so I don't have that anymore.
Wow, that's crazy.
Hey, you never getting that back.
Yeah, so I'm sorry.
Sorry. Who else? I battled Dragon in high school.
Jesus.
Wow.
That's what's up.
I think I want to say, in terms of people you guys would know, I would say that's it. Me and Lux almost battled in 2006. The day that me and CR battled, Lux was out there that night, and he had SB with him. And SB, this was before SB battled Verb. And Lux wanted me to battle SB, and I was just like, I'm not battling SB. Because I had already seen what he was doing in the streets. I was like, I'm not battling SB. I would cook SB out here. Like it would just be unfair. And Lux, this was before Lions Den, by the way. And Lux was like, all right, cool. So I was like, I was down to do the battle with Lux. Like I didn't initiate saying, yo, me and you can go at it. And he wasn't initiating it, because Lux didn't really like to, like, I frame, like, guys like us, we was only battling for money. So it was like, if you putting up to 500 or 1,000, then we would do the battle. And being that I was actually on my way to China, you know what I'm saying? And I would have battled Lux. Nobody put up money, and I wasn't battling SB, reluctant, and I looked reluctant. So it didn't happen. You know what I mean?
All right. Go ahead, my fault.
Yeah, so Mickey, my follow-up question to that is, like, with all your history in like the battle culture, do you think it's really fair to just make this your last battle and leave because the fans don't really understand like what at least the history that you brought to the crowd? I think it would be dope to see you battle once a year, like the top pens. That'd be pretty dope. And in my opinion, that's just my opinion, but what do I know?
I'm not against figuring out a way. And as you say that, I'm a thinker. You know what I mean? So as you say that, I'm like, okay, the only way people are going to respect the things that I've done is if it comes from somebody respectable. So like if I did an interview with like Beasley or like Smack, and we just went down everything that I've done for the culture, and they say, yo, y'all got to stop saying this shit about Mickey and look at what he's done and the sacrifices he's made, then I would be like, bet. Now that it came out of his mouth, the people that know, and the trolls that know, cool. But if that interview with Beasley or Smack doesn't happen from their wanting to bring me back, I'm not gonna come back. You know what I'm saying? Like I want it to be like I'm a marketing guy. Like I deal with it. So I'm about teaching people what it is that I'm trying to sell, the brand that I'm trying to be a part of, and the culture that I'm trying to expand. And if I can't from a social media aspect, expand the culture, because people are saying, yo, you don't belong in this culture. You are a culture vulture. You're somebody who just, you know what I'm saying, you want to get the bag because you ain't got no money and your career is failing. And it's like, you know what? You're right. I'm gonna stay away. Everybody have a wonderful day. Enjoy the culture and enjoy the same 20 or 30 battlers battling each other. Enjoyed day before face-offs that, because day before face-offs are the thing now. Like, I came up in an era where we talk shit months in advance. Like, that's the era I'm from, where the blogs that you did in months would come up in a battle and you'd be like, that's crazy. Like what Surf and K-Shine did. That battle wasn't booked, but it got booked because they argued. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. That's a fact.
So it's like, all right, y'all don't want that? Enjoy what you guys have and love it for what it is.
Yeah. Now, over here on RealWorldwide, we got a show we're doing soon on the top pens in battle rap, right? So I want to get your opinion. Who do you think is the top 5 pens in battle rap history? Like, in your opinion. Mm-hmm.
Battle rap history, I would have to say, and not in order, but Loaded Lux,
of course,
Chilla Jones, those are the first two that come to my mind. I personally want to say B Magic, man.
Interesting.
I want to say V Magic, like I really do. And then I want to go with Iron Solomon.
Yeah, about to say Iron.
And a piece of me wants to put Young Ill there, but
interesting.
I said a piece of me. I feel like from 2009 to like 2011, he was incredible. Like it was like this.
Yeah, he was cooking. He was, for sure.
But the consistency wasn't there, even in later years. So I'm gonna say B Magic, Chilla Jones, Loaded Lux, Iron Solomon, and the fifth person. Hard, man. I wouldn't be mad at me putting Ilmac there, man. It sounds crazy because it's not but like Ilmac, like, and it's just that he doesn't have the aggression to match it, or he doesn't have the patience in terms of knowing when to pace himself. But he has an incredible pen. Just writing from a writing standpoint, and then 6 to 10 will be like Young Ill, JC, Danger Zone, Born, Daylight. You know what I mean?
Do you separate pens from punchers to pen dudes? Like, is it really much of a difference if you're a strong puncher and a real pen dude?
Yes, I think punchers and pens are two different things. Punchers are just punchers. Everybody's a puncher. Like everybody in the culture right now is a puncher, except for like maybe. Like, but everybody's pretty punch. Everybody's putting together punchlines. That never used to happen back in the days. Like punchline niggas was whack in the early 2000s. Like niggas was trash. Niggas did not like punchline. I know because I was a puncher. You know what I mean? Yeah. So punchline guys, to me, are like the remedial version of a pen, with the exception with the exception of Rum Nitty. I want that to be clear. I think Rum Nitty, because he doesn't use like a lot, he doesn't use metaphors how more than he uses a different way to punch, and he's really good with it. He uses different mechanics to punch. So he's like a higher tier than a regular. But pens are people who can break their opponent down, who can do schemes, who can do punching, who can angle, who can joke. and who
Okay.
can do different varieties of pen work. And honestly, there's not a lot of guys that can do that.
See, I asked because you put Magic in top 5, so that's why I was curious. Like, was there really much of a difference? You know what I mean? Because Magic been punching his whole career.
Yeah, but Magic's consistency in punching has always been top notch. Like even with him choking now, like you're still gonna get at least 6 or 7 crazy bars out of Magic every round and every battle. Period. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just Magic. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna say some shit, and I feel like he's been doing that from 2011 until 2017, 7 years of doing it, as opposed to like a Conceited who came out in 08, if we count the Lions then, and just kind of stopped in 2014. So now you're looking at 7 years to 6 years. Plus Magic was an actual rapper. So it's like I could jack Magic doing that. You know what I mean? I could put Magic in my top.
Okay.
And, you know what I'm saying?
Go, Yeesh.
So we'll stay on the pens for a little bit more. D-Mon wanted to ask why the punch shit started like heavy. Like how did what made everybody want to do it?
I think what made from what I gather, you know what I'm saying, and this is what I'm saying is never gonna be gospel, but what I gather is the Lux battle and the Chilla Jones and JC battle is what made everybody want that goes to the culture, and at the same time it made people say okay, and after Chilla Jones with schemes, JC with wordplay, and Lux with the quick punches in the second round, you know what I'm saying, against Calico. And those was when the new fans started to come in, you know what I mean? And then when they started to come in, people started to be like, okay, I like battle rap because of the punchline.
Okay.
Now the punchline is like it's like a comedian show, like a stand-up show. You watch comics because of the punchline. That's where the word punchline comes from. Punchline comes from comedians. It's not a rap thing.
True.
It's a comedian. It's a stand-up thing. You know what I'm saying? It's like stand-up comics write punchline, and then they write before the punchline to build up to the punchline. You know what I'm saying? It's just that battlers now jam-pack their rounds with punchline instead of actually knowing the mechanics of a battle. The reason why Averb's third round against Hitman is so impactful is because there was no punchlines in there. One overall story arc that led to a huge haymaker.
Yeah, biggest ever, probably. One of the biggest ever.
Right.
Possibly, yeah.
Right. It's probably the biggest haymaker ever because of the overarching storyline that he created. And it's interesting how nobody is trying to craft from that. And you know, the only person who did was Loaded Lux.
Yeah.
Yep.
But everybody wants microwave food. And even after this conversation, people are still gonna be like, yeah, I agree with you, Nikki. I agree. And they're still gonna be like, man, he had filler in his round. He didn't really punch too much in his round. And it's just like, when I listen to battle rap now, I can't even finish a battle because there's so much punchline. Like, oh boy, okay, you're gonna kill this person, but then you're gonna dap him. You're not gonna kill anybody, bro. You're just not, like, okay, you're gonna walk away from the battle and you're gonna get pizza together, bro.
So the believability factor is gone for you nowadays, basically you're saying.
Yeah, like I mean, I'm from the era where niggas had guns in ciphers.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm from that era where there was no such thing as a fan. Like, it was niggas on the block, and if you beat a nigga, like, I fight sometimes because you beat a nigga so bad you had to fight sometimes. That's the era I'm from. And when niggas fight now, niggas be sad. Niggas be like, oh, we don't need that in the culture. No, nigga, that's the culture. That's the culture that I'm from. We used to fight. You used to have to fight after you beat somebody so bad. You embarrassed them on their block. Niggas got jumped sometimes. Like,
yeah.
That's the culture. This shit now, this shit is like, okay, how many y'all are comic fans right now?
I am. Yeah.
I love the MCU. I think the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Oh yeah.
Is the greatest
We saw
thing
your
that
flex
ever happened.
freestyle. We saw your flex freestyle. We know we love the MCU.
Right. But if you read the comics, the MCU is like the G-rated of what Marvel does. Like,
Oh yeah,
that shit
of course.
is the most
Yeah,
violent
absolutely.
thing in the world. And that's
It's
what
because
battle
Disney
rap
owns
is.
it. Mhm.
And URL is Disney.
Mm.
Fighting.
Interesting.
Like, we can't, there ain't no side bets. Like, I put the money up against DNA. I'm down to do that. Like, niggas done lost money and earned money.
Right.
I'm down for that. So, like, it's just money. You can always gonna make like, so like I feel like this era is so acceptive of anything. Y'all be allowing chokes. We couldn't choke back then. Are you crazy?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you choke, you lost the round. You start rapping.
Are you like y'all be letting these niggas slide? Twerk.
Yeah,
I like
that's
Twerk.
a fact.
But Twerk choked three. He choked. Twerk choked in 3 rounds against Dougie, and he moved on. If he would have choked in every round in the streets, that would have been it. There would be no such thing as Twerk in the streets. He wouldn't have been allowed to rap in the back in the days. Things was like, yo, get out of here, B. No, get out of here. You on timeout. That's what niggas used to say to niggas when you lost. You are on timeout. Like, y'all didn't see the full Uncasa versus Rex battle when Jim Jones is like, yo, you are on timeout, bro. You can't battle no more. Why do you think we haven't seen Uncasa since? He was put on timeout, bro.
Forever. Permanent timeout.
Right. So like that's what I'm from. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not from this shit where y'all let niggas slide. We couldn't even stumble. Are you kidding me? Like, so like I don't like this era, y'all are so lenient. This is the most lenient I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, that's true. I can't even argue with it.
And y'all cool with it. Y'all are cool with it.
The league's cool with it too, though. The league, it's not just the fans, though. The league's cool with it
the
too.
leagues. When you talk about
they book
Twerk,
chess
like,
back to back
the league.
after choking and stumbling.
I'm a Bronx nigga, so I'm gonna always support Chess. But Chess been choking in ciphers.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's kind of crazy.
That's not a punchline. That's a real fact. He's been choking in ciphers.
Jesus.
Like, I could post the links in the chat.
Yeah.
All right, so let me get this one last thing about DNA. I think we're like getting ready to close out, but on Champion, I don't know if you addressed this already. On Champion, you said that you write better than DNA, but DNA is a better battle rapper. What are those attributes that make you say DNA is a better battle rapper? Like, what is it that you're basing that off?
I mean, I'm an honest guy. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if DNA will ever admit that I write better than him, but write and rap better than him. But I will be honest and say that he battles better than me because he's done it more than me. He's more creative than me in terms of what he's brought to the stages over the course of the years, and he's more energetic than me. I'm not energetic in terms of rapping. Like, it's not. And these are things that I have to work on. You know what I'm saying? And I admit that. You know what I mean? Like, I can be aggressive, like I was against Daylight, but I'm not energetic. And I feel like he's electric. And I realize that, and I understand that. And the first way to defeat something is to admit what it is about yourself that you are not good at. You know what I'm saying? And it's something that I have to work on. You know what I mean? And I'm not against that. But in terms of like actual rapping and writing, you can't rap or write better than me at all.
I agree. Now we're about to close out, but you want to plug any music? You got
Wait, I got one more question, and it's about your music.
I got one more question too.
Like,
ask as many questions as y'all want. We good.
Like you said, like you doing shit with Chris Webby, and I know you got a song with Annoyed and shit. And I'm from Connecticut, and those dudes are pretty popping out here. Like, how'd you link up with them, and you don't chop it up and all that?
Okay, so Annoyed reached out to me to well actually Eric Farrell reached out to me
Okay.
about Annoyed. You know what I'm saying? He was like, yo, you should do a track with him. E Farrell. And I was like, all right, cool. So he DM'd me and was like, yo, let's do something. So I did a record with him and it came out fire. We shot the
Yeah,
video. He added an extra verse. Shout out to him. After I laid my verse down, he added an extra verse. And then I went to his show with Chris Webby, and Chris Webby followed me because he saw the love that I showed Annoyed, being that I'm a bigger artist. And Chris Webby was like, yo, like, I fuck with you as a person, as an artist. And I'm a fan of your content. Like, let's work in terms of getting music done. And I was like, let's do it. So I went to the show, we hung out, and he was like, yo, I want you to come on tour with me as well. So I didn't, that was not something that I asked. It was just, good vibes. And he was like, yo, come on tour.
that's dope.
So, you know what I'm saying? And I support these guys. I really enjoy the content and the music that they create. So it's one of those situations where, it works out for everybody.
Word, salute, man. That's some CT shit. I always, that's my stopping grounds. So I respect that,
bro.
That's love. That's love.
I got a quick question, Mickey. It's about the whole PGs, like the state of the PGs right now. Where do you at least in your opinion, what is the issue with the PGs? Is it that people aren't necessarily rappers anymore? They're more so they see battles on YouTube and mimic it, or is it more so the fact that people, at least the fans, don't know what to care about?
I think it's a myriad of things. First and foremost, like there's one guy in the PGs right now that I'm a huge fan of, Gunpowder Pat.
He's fire.
I like what he does because it's not just, first of all, he has charisma, and then secondly, he's not doing typical punchline stuff. He feels like an aggressive goods to me. I feel like the PGs from 2011 to 2013 was great, even though 2014 and 2015 right now are leading the game in terms of the culture, like the T-Top, the Briz, and Av and Twerk and Mike P. Those five, they are, they're spearheading the culture now. 2011 to 2012 was just a huge variety of talent. Like when you really look at who me and Norbs picked out, it's like, because you got Norbs who understands marketing like me, and then you got a rapper who understands rap. Look at these names I'm about to name: QP, Clean Paper, B Magic. First of all, Clean Paper's pen at that time was unbelievable.
I try to tell him, man.
He was rapping in a 1-2-2-2-1 format, which is impossible to do in battle, and he made it work. B Magic, Punchline King, M City, he needed work, but he was solid. Bill Collector, who was, a rhythm rapper. He was rhythm and performance. Big K, white puncher, awesome. Danger Zone, lyrical, Ill Will, performance, jokey, and bars. And the list goes on and on. Super Rider, Tone Montana. We found these guys that everybody was different from each other. And I feel like now people are mimicking what they see on YouTube. So now everybody's punching. I didn't Skates. Like, yeah, Skates can punch, and it's dope to see, but fuck, everybody can punch, bro. Like, I want to be impressed in terms of writing. Show me a 3-bar setup instead of a 4-bar setup. Show me a 1-2-2-2-1 with a punch at the end of it. You know what I'm saying? Show me an angle that works. Give me a reverse punch line. Give me a letter 4. Give me a number punch. Give me, you know what I'm saying, a triple or a quadruple entendre. Like, these guys are not doing that because they're following the basics. It's just the basics. So it's like you see the basics and you're just like, oh, all right, okay. We haven't had anybody that's been stellar since Twerk. Like, it's like, okay. And Twerk's vocabulary is unbelievable. And, he's turning into the star of URL, but outside of that, who else we got coming up from that class? Maybe Ryder, maybe, you know, maybe Loso, pardon me, Loso. But
I personally think Loso's overrated. Oh, my bad.
Wow. But you know, I think the fans, you know, people want to see different shit. Like people want to be impressed. At least to me, like when I did the daylight battle, people always quote the split the letter B in half and it's a 13, or they quote the Robert Ory bar, but they don't even look at the first round and how layered the first round. Like there's so many layers in the first round. It's like that. Like they don't even care. The first round is so layered that people are not even like, they don't even care. They just waiting for that haymaker. They waiting for the hate, like, and that's what's wrong. That's what's wrong with battle rap. Like and it's sad because like they missing out on quality.
Yeah, I remember watching your battle with Daylight, and it was crazy because like at least like every time I was watching it, I'd pick up on something new. I haven't watched it in a minute, but I remember watching it and thinking that like every time I'm watching it, something new's popping.
And isn't that what the purpose of the pen guys are supposed to be? Like if you're a pen, you want to watch it and be like, yo, I caught that. Yo, I caught that.
Mm-hmm.
Like 2 years ago, I caught something Loaded Luck said against Miles. Like, oh, wait a second. That means that I was like, wait, that's crazy. That's 12 years in the making of a layered bar. Like, y'all, like, but people are we are in the microwave era, and that's why we need to stop the microwave.
Now that's a bar right there. That's fire.
And that's light. Shout out.
All right. Well, before you go, can we get you shout out the Real Worldwide? That's a slow, you know.
Yo, it's Mickey Factz. And when I'm on tour, chilling, selling merch, selling CDs, writing these bars, I'm chilling with Real Worldwide all the time. Keep it locked for all your battle rap needs. You
We appreciate you. Thank you for coming through, man. Thank you for chopping it up.
Anytime you want to come on too, you can, because we talk battle rap 24/7. So or anything, hip hop too. Always welcome.
Oh yeah, make sure you plug in your music or any upcoming dates that you got for your tour. Just let the fans know.
Oh yeah. So I'm on tour with Lupe Fiasco. People, we doing the West Coast all the way down south. So I'll be in San Francisco tomorrow at the Brick and Mortar Club, and then we're going to LA with Tora and the Regency Theater in Los Angeles, and then we have 3 shows in the Colorado area, Fort Collins and Denver, and then we're going down to Texas, Austin, Dallas, Houston, and then I have a solo show in Orlando, but I'm pretty sure y'all not coming to that because it's the day that Mook is gonna battle Verb. And I did hear some of Mook rounds. I actually heard 90% of Mook rounds.
Damn.
Oh,
okay.
really?
So you think Verb's a dead man? Let's get that out the way real quick. You think Verb he's dead?
I don't want to give too much away, obviously.
Yeah, of course.
But what I will say is this: Verb needs to get on stage with a hoodie on. Take the hoodie off, and we see the waves. And then he says, and then he needs to start his round off. Before I speak these words, R.I.P. the vegan Verb. Take a bite out of a burger.
That's actually dope.
And then say 4-minute rounds. They booked me for a long time, and then he has a chance.
Showtime him to death.
Because it has to be about aura. It's not about happening.
True.
It's about the aura. And you have to create the narrative. That's how you beat Mook. You beat Mook with the narrative of what people want to see with a storyline. Because what Mook has, I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. What Mook has is scary. That shit is spooky.
Damn, it was like that.
And for me, like I'm a guy who works off of fear. So if I'm afraid of somebody, I'll take them. That shit is too scary.
Oh my god.
That shit is a little too scary, yo. Now with me saying that, I will say this. The issue is, will it be entertaining? Is the question. And I think that's what the fans want. I think the fans know that Mook is gonna beat Verb, but they want to be entertained while he beats Verb. Understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's what's happening right now. You know what I'm saying?
I can't wait. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy, man. I ain't gonna lie.
Well, now, honestly, thank you for coming through, man. We appreciate it. And it's like, I didn't really expect anything when I sent you the message, but I definitely appreciate it, man. It's really dope that you're approachable like that.
For real.
Absolutely, man. That's the reason why I'm still out here making a living, because I'm approachable. Thank you guys for having me. It's an honor to be on you guys' channel and seeing you guys having your own community and growing it from the bottom. You know what I'm saying? And whatever I can do to assist in that, I'm here to rock out. You know what I'm saying? I definitely wanted the guy that said "fuck Mickey Factz" on the phone. I was waiting for him to jump on the line. But
he jumped on. He jumped on. He jumped
yeah,
on.
that was the first person he spoke to. The first person, I think.
Oh, okay.
That asked a question. Yeah.
I wish I would have known. That would have been cool to talk to him a little bit more.
Whenever you want to stop through again and finish the convo,
feel free.
Yeah.
Feel free.
Because I had no issues with people picking DNA. Y'all supposed to. You know what I'm saying? But when people be like, yo, fuck Mickey Factz, fuck that nigga, he whack, then it's like, all right, I need to talk to you so we can have you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, that's it. You know what I mean? But nothing but love for y'all brothers. I respect what y'all do. Please keep doing what y'all do to uplift and push the culture, because no matter how many people watch it or many people view it, y'all are still inspiring people, and that's all that matters, bro. That's it.
Salute.
Appreciate that, dog.
Salute, man. Thank you, bro.